DJ Metal Craig of Craig's Metal Storm here. And I have one of the members of Codex Mortis with me today. Hey, how's it going? And would you like to introduce yourself and what position you do in the band?
Well, thank you for having me. Just me today. I'm Dirk. I'm the vocalist for Codex Mortis from the Netherlands.
Would you mind listing out who's not with you from the full band lineup that's in the band for today?
Well, I usually do these interviews with Mathieu. He's the guitar player, one of the two guitar players. We're the ones that we started the band. And there's Arjan van Duin, who's the one lead guitarist. No, sorry, Mathieu plays the bass now, but he also plays guitar. And then we have Bart. He's from originally from Isegrim, and he's joining us on guitar as well. And we have a session drummer now, Alex Kolma is our old drummer. He's now our session drummer.
Please go back in the history of Codex Mortis and how the band all got started.
Well, we started. Well, Mathieu and me, we've played music for 23 to 25 years now in a lot of bands. And our last band was Patezu. And after that, we came together and we wanted to play. We just wanted to make the music or make music that we listened to in the 90s. So music that we grew up with in death metal and black metal, and just with those influences, make music that we really like. So we started just the two of us making, or Mathieu making all the arrangements, musical arrangements, and me thinking about lyrics, and we just started recording, and in that process, a few other people joined us, and we recorded the first album.
How did you guys come up with the band name Codex Mortis?
Well, we didn't, when we were writing the lyrics and making the music is inspired from a lot of bands, but also classical music, and I didn't really want to go into all the standard metal lyrics, and the lyrics are about their folk tales or legends or myths from the Netherlands, but also from Europe. And we came up with the name Codex Mortis. It's like a book of the dead, but a codex is more like a lot of stories put together in a book.
I get what you're saying there. That's a cool band name, by the way.
Thanks.
Who designed the Codex Mortis band logo?
Mathieu. So that's our bass player, one of the founders of the band.
That's so cool. I actually like the way the logo looks, man.
Thanks. It's well, us too, of course, but it's just right for us. It's not too. You can read it for one, and it's not too gory. It's just exactly what we want it to be. So thank you.
What are the band's immediate music career goals?
Well, for now you're in luck. Today is the day that the new album is out. So Tales of Woe is out today through Black Lion Records. So you have a luck for you. But our main goals, well, apart from this album, we're working on a third album. And our goals are to play as many cool gigs as possible.
Who designed the Tales of Woe album art?
Chibakov. He's an artist from Eastern Europe, and he designed the artwork for this album, which is freaking cool. So it's not AI generated; it's real art.
I thought the album art was sick and amazing, just so you know, man.
Yeah, thank you.
With Tales of... Oh, sorry, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
We have a lyric video, one of the videos out today, and you can see the artwork moving, which is pretty cool.
Right on, man. And I'm sorry about that. There was a bit of a lag on the Skype, so we had a small delay there. It happened, so with this technology.
No problem, man. No problem.
With Tales of Woe out today, June 21st, where can the album be ordered or purchased?
Well, you can order it through Black Lion Records. So that's the one that put out the album. It's also on Spotify. It's on Amazon. It's on all the big outlets.
If you're okay with it, can we get you to touch on one of my favorite songs off the album?
Yeah, sure.
What were the themes and concepts behind the song Fire, Screams, and Death?
Well, the guy that made the lyrics is actually a very good friend of mine. It's a family of mine, and he is Jos, and we played with him in Batezu, our former band, and we were looking for something different to do with the lyrics. So we wanted it to be all the lyrics together or formed together, one big story, if you will. So I sat down with Jos in this case, and we came up with, or I had some ideas for lyrics, but we came up with this spirit, if you will, that goes from place to place, from time to time, and agonizes people or places. And at the end of the album, it dies with me, so it has to go away. And Fire, Screams, and Death is about this spirit that goes into how I'm going to explain this. Into a house. In this instance, in this song, he's a serial killer, actually, or a killer. So you can if you listen to the song, you can hear screams in the background. I don't know if you heard them.
You still with me?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
Okay.
But did you hear the screams on the song?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah. Well, those are the screams of the people screaming because they're getting killed, or which he is attacking at that moment. Those are actually our children, or my children, and one of the Mathieu's daughter. They were screaming into the microphone. But that's what the song's about.
That's cool, man. What are some of your favorite moments when in the studio?
Well, I actually prefer being on stage because at the studio it can be a bit tedious because you have to do take after take after take, and we really want it to be just right. But the best moment in a studio is at the end of an evening when we're recording and you have a few beers, and then you just go berserk on whatever is still remaining that has to be done, and sometimes really cool stuff comes up. And the recording this time we did with Jos with our friend, and he's a real stickler for details. So I really had to do multiple takes until it was just right. But that's why we had him present. So
Who are the band's musical influences?
That's a lot, but for us, the music that we listened to back in the 90s. So you have Hypocrisy, Old Man's Child, Dumo Borgir, Death, Deicide, Behemoth. So there's just a few of them. But those are some of the influences. But now we have a new band member, so he brings in a new influence as well, and that changes the music. It just enriches the music, if you will.
Cool, man. Just so you know, the album that you did, the Tales of Long, I jammed it before the interview, and it is very well balanced and absolutely amazing, man.
Thank you. Good to hear. Thank you for the compliment.
Who got you started in vocals as a musician, as in your favorite vocalist from growing up?
Ooh. Well, one of my favorite. You mean metal or?
Yep, metal or rock, whatever you feel like talking about vocally.
Oh yeah, well, my one of my favorite vocalists is Akkerveld from Opeth. Just because of his clean singing is amazing, but his grunge vocals are bizarre, amazing. And when I grew up, I listened to, for instance, Tagerton from Hypocrisy, his high pitches and the way he has a certain mid vocal. I thought that's still amazing. So those are two of my favorite vocalists in the metal. Yeah.
Funny thing, you mentioned Hypocrisy and Opeth. I actually saw both of them live here in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Heavy, nice.
Yeah, when I met Peter Taggart, I met his other products, The Abyss and Pain, his industrial project. And right away, he ignored everyone else at the show and just started following me around, talking to me the whole time before the show.
Nice. Cool. Well, the new Pain album is also very good.
I haven't checked it out yet, but I will.
You should.
Man, so many good bands coming out, so much good music in general. I mean, just with my computer setup and the music I've got, with the years I've been building the DJ gig, I've got almost 825,000 songs between 6 hard drives.
Dude, you put that on shuffle.
Yeah, if I have enough music that I could run my own radio station if I wanted to.
Yeah, just put it on, walk away, and just let it play.
Yep.
Cool.
Please give some vocal tips or advice for starting out vocalists.
Wow. I'd say, well, the way I started was just by trying, just feeling what you can do with your own voice, because it's all about trial and error. If I went back now in time and give myself advice, I would say take singing lessons. I actually have classical singing lessons now, and that's just for breathing and using your whole body as an instrument. That really helps me to maintain my voice. But I used to just try and find out where the the best growls come from. So that's with position of your head or with your whole body, and just trying. I mean, the most difficult thing is actually doing it. So you and especially in front of an audience. The cool thing about using grunts is that it's also sort of you can use it as sort of a mask or yeah. But just try and look at singers. What do they do? Try to imitate, and then, but especially try to find your own voice.
Do you know of a video called Zen of Screaming with Misha, the Queen of Scream?
I think it does sound familiar, but
I've actually watched that video. It helped me learn how to do my vocals for when I do vocals for shows. I used to have a band going 19 years ago that's been on a long hiatus, trying to find the right band members to get it back going again right now.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
And it helps you to what was the name?
Zen of Screaming is the video.
Okay, I'll look that up. Always interested in what other people are doing. So cool. I'm just writing that down.
It's a vocal lesson, man. Like it
Cool.
teaches you breathing technique, it teaches you everything about how to project your voice and all that. And you mentioned DSI earlier. I actually met Ben in town here back in 2014, I think it was. And I have a bit of an influence from vocally myself.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I've been doing that since I was 16. Those kind of vocals.
Cool.
And I still
Yeah,
haven't lost my voice, man, which is surprising. I had one time where the guy who was doing sound here didn't have the sound set up right. I went to do one of my Japanese grindcore style high streaks. I blew the PA speaker out. All of a sudden, I just heard punk. They still haven't fixed it right to this day at the venue where I did the show.
Nice.
What advice do you have for people who want to form their own bands?
Well, for starters, it depends on what your goal is, but have fun in doing what you are doing. Enjoy playing with your friends, and I think especially important is listen to each other and just enjoy what you are doing. And you know, it helps to find like-minded people. But another thing about making or creating a new band or making new music is putting different styles or different kind of musicians together. I mean, we used to play with a drummer in another band that was more of a jazz drummer, but it gave a whole other dimension to the music. It was amazing.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. It's too early in the morning for me. Got up 6:30 to get ready for this interview, man.
No problem.
Uh,
You're on coffee. I'm almost ready for beer.
I actually don't drink. I had to quit drinking because it was too bad for me. I couldn't stop once I got going.
And you should. Very good.
Yeah. 13 and a half years since I last drunk.
Oh, nice. I applaud you. It's amazing.
What could a band do to better promote themselves?
Well, there are a few things, but play for one. Try to play as much gigs as possible, but you have to be careful not that you're not going to be that band that plays for $50 every time, because if you're that band, then that's what you're gonna make on a concert. Be sure to have all your merchandise with you, and it doesn't matter if it's only stickers or pens or whatever. Make sure you have stuff you can just give away. And if you're going online, I mean, I'm 43 and I'm not used to doing all the promotion online. So if you want to have a good promotion online, be prepared to just pay for someone that knows what he or she is doing. Because if you do that right, you have a lot of exposure online. Don't go fake it. Don't go buying likes or whatever, but make sure you have someone that knows how to do online promotion. That's very important.
What social media platforms can Codex Mortis be found on?
I think every social media platform. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I think we're even on TikTok. I'm not sure. And all the streaming outlets, Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, Shazam. I think every one of them. Yeah.
That leaves us with 2 more questions for the interview, and then I'll need a couple of station IDs from you after that. How did it feel working with Black Lion Records?
Oh, that's amazing, man. Those are great guys. We have the shirt on from a band which I was in as well, Death March. We brought out our first CD, I think, or EP with Black Lion Records, and they took care of everything. And very, very professional. They're prepared to help you in every way they can. They're honest, and they're just great guys to work with. Yeah, so shout out to Black Lion Records.
And before we get into the last question, I'd like to thank Scott and Ryan from Clawhammer PR for setting us up with this talk today.
Yeah.
And the last question of the interview is, what new band news do you have on the Codex Mortis front? And then anything we might have missed in this interview?
No, I think you were you were very good. You had very good questions. So, and this was now well, we are working. We're already working on a new album. So that's we're in a writing process right now. We're in the process of selling the album, playing gigs, and going forward. Actually, yeah.
Cool. Now that leads to the station IDs. The first one is, hey, this is Dirk of Codex Mortis, and you're listening to Mangled Music Radio.
You want me to do that now, or
whenever you're ready, man?
Okay. This is Dirk from Codex Mortis, and you're listening to Mangled Radio.
Mangled Music Radio.
Mangled Music Radio. Okay, thank you. We'll do that again. This is Dirk from Codex Mortis, and you're listening to Mangled Music Radio.
Cool, thank you for that station ID. And the second one is for Craig's Metal Storm.
For Greg's Metal Storm.
It was the same station ID as you did before, but using this my personal show name. Okay, this is Dirk of Codex Mortis, and you're listening to Craig's Metal Storm.
Okay. This is Dirk from Codex Mortis, and you're listening to Craig's Metal Storm.
Cool. Thank you very much for the interview, Dirk, and thank you very much for your time.
Hey, thank you for having me so early in the morning for you.
It's no big deal, buddy.
Hey.
You have yourself.
Hey, hopefully we'll see you in Canada sometime, man.
Yeah, if you guys get up here, I hope you come to Winnipeg Manors. Hope up for a show. Have yourself a
Hey,
great
if
rest of your day, buddy.
we're ever coming that way, I'll give you a call.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, man.